because this rumors has it. Yes, on this Good Thursday. We're going to debunk some rumors today. We're going to set some facts straight today. Y'all just come on in. Mr. Davis.
What's happening?
You doing all right?
I am.
Good.
Yeah. I don't know what the rumors is, but we're going to talk straight facts.
I know that's right.
Rumors, but hey,
I know that's right.
Good. And what you got going on, you're good with the community, and you've been one of the very few that has been bridging the gap between East Texas City and Long Beach Tyler.
Thank you.
At one time, ain't been that long ago, we used to
about
spill blood.
Well,
but God is good.
that's
So
definitely
today,
something to talk about.
we paired up and we're doing some great things.
Thank you.
And you're instrumental toward that.
Thank you.
We just thank you for what you're doing.
I really appreciate that, Mr. Davis. I am one of those people that feel like we definitely need to bridge the gap within these 45 minutes because it's a lot of power in between these 45 minutes.
And it's power that people don't know they have.
Absolutely.
But with people like you out here, I call it in the streets, in the valleys and the trenches, doing it.
Correct.
Bridging it, that's the important part, because you can sit behind the desk all day and just think about this stuff and make phone calls, but getting out, driving no 45-minute networking,
Right.
people and putting things together, that's where it actually comes together.
You're right.
And it takes people with a special heart to donate their time, especially in the times that we live in today when people don't have that kind of time.
That's one thing we can't get back is
So,
time.
I think it's awesome what you're doing, man.
Well, thank you. To God be the glory. It's been a long time coming. And I just appreciate you guys for always being supportive in the Tyler area. I appreciate the movement that you guys have going on over there. And again, I can't say that every city is perfect, but when you begin to build unity, that is the start of something amazing. So I just try to embody that and kind of share the love back over here on this side. So that's the new initiative. I wouldn't say new initiative, but that's the initiative I'm pretty much on now because I have done so much networking over there. I want to bring that here. I want to bring it over here, bring that energy, that unity here within the African American community because we are still so divided. And I think that's where we share some common interest in. And that's why I wanted you on today, And hopefully you'll come back a couple more times because what people don't know about Mr. Daryl L. Davis with Unlocked Potential, he's powerhouse. I mean, full of knowledge, full of history, full of experience. And so we're going to let him take a moment and introduce himself and tell us a little bit about him. And with that being said, before we get started again, y'all share the live. We are here with Daryl L. Davis with Unlocked Potential. Who is Daryl L. Davis?
He don't even know who he is. He's just a baby boy, daddy God. That's it, just a child of God who just come up in church and with the things that was happening in the world, rebelled against God.
Okay.
And we're just thankful that we didn't become an atheist.
That's good.
What we don't realize as people is that most atheists, if not all of them, were once believers.
I believe that.
In Christ, in God. But something so traumatic happened in their life that they became bitter.
Wow.
And angry with God. See, we as people think that we can serve God, but we can't serve God.
Not too masters.
Right? The thing is that we often want to be politically correct. God don't want everybody.
You tell me.
Right? So, and that's where we miss it at.
Correct.
That we said, and they sang songs like 99 and a half, but I want to be 100. How can you be 100 when you stuck at 37%? That means you'll never be fulfilled with what you have. The word of God says that Jesus said, all that you have given me in my hand, I have lost none except for the son of perdition. It didn't say you gave me the whole world in my hand, right? And all the people that God gave in the hand of Jesus was dysfunctional people. And the Bible calls us peculiar. Murderers, whores, thieves, people that was castaways, right? That people looked down on, was the people that God placed in the hands of Jesus. The Bible says, can't no man come to the Father unless he's drawn to him. So no matter what I put in my mind that if God doesn't want me, it's no way that I could even entertain the thought of God. And we have been lied to traditionally so long that it has become a norm now. And the God that people serve today,
I like the way you put
they don't reverence the God they serve today.
I like the way you put that.
So that's where we at with that. But God is real.
He is real.
And once you know that you are chosen, not called, but chosen, then you begin to see things differently. You begin to see that whether you 10%, 30%, 90%, it don't make no difference because you made whole in Christ, right? And Paul said that when I want to do right, I don't. The thing that I hate doing, that's what I do, right? And it all boils down to the flesh.
I mean,
and the only way that we can be able to control our flesh is through the righteousness of Christ, right? And I have a show, I used to talk a little more about it on the show, but I kind of pulled back a little bit. It was called the Daryl Davis 2719 show, where we talk about real bullshit.
Go follow.
And
YouTube.
You know, when you say bullshit, you know, people think that when you follow in Christ, that you don't say bad words.
Come on and be for real today.
You don't do this here. You don't do that there.
We're holier than thou.
But that's all bullshit. And this is not that show today. But we point out other people's faults that's in the open to keep ours covered up. Because we're all doing the same thing. We're all up under the same flesh. We're all controlled by the same enemy.
You're right.
Right? So,
or influenced anyway, for
sure. If I'm lying and you cussing, what's the difference? You know?
Amen.
I don't know you cussing, but you know I'm lying, so you say, all he do is lie. Right? To cover up our sin. That's the status in our eyes. And we as people, we continue to hide our sins. We don't like being truthful with people because we want to spur feelings. And that's why our children are in the place that they're in today, because there's no chastising, there's no discipline in there, there's no Christ and there's no God. No matter how you go to church, preachers today always preach prosperity. When half the church can't pay their light bill.
Do you consider yourself a man of God that maybe has a call to preach?
I am a God. If you go read Psalms 82, I'm not the God, but I am a son of God. I was adopted, right, by Him, right? So, and that's what makes it so special, right? When you come to the realization that you know who you are.
Come on, now that's powerful.
And you do not have to be in that temple, which they call the church. The body of Christ is the church.
That's right.
That's just a building, a fellowship where we go and iron sharpen iron.
Right, we fellowship.
And that's what the Bible say, do not forsake the assembly of the fellowship or the gathering of the brother. And a lot of times when we off into those churches like that, and we off into the preachers and we want to do what's right, we get church hurt. And when we get church hurt, we continue to turn from the church because it's
that's going to be our next show.
It's not the way we think it's supposed to go, but it's going the way God designed it to go.
Now pin that, because it is all according to His will. Do we like it? Probably not. Do it taste good? Do it feel good? Probably not. But if it's according to his will, then it's his will. Then that's just what's going to be. People are still probably scratching their head right now about the current administration, but he gave the people the desires of their heart. And I've been standing on it ever since the man got elected. No matter how much we might be crying now, we still were given the desires of our heart. So when I say, who is Daryl L. Davis? To me, it sounds like you are a individual that wants to strive for making sure people know who real God is, because he is, and it's been distorted on so many different levels in the form of religion, not spirituality, but the practice. Like you said, even with the kids, we've gotten away from the spirituality in it, not the practice every Wednesday and Sunday. Not that you got to be there all day long in the church to fellowship. We've gotten away from, we've gotten away from really and truly. I wouldn't say we've gotten away from it. We never was taught properly. That's my opinion.
And that's exactly right. Black people, we hell. We are mentally screwed up people. We are the only race of people
Let's talk about it.
That's still stuck on integration and segregation. To me, that's another form of bullshit.
Okay.
Because you can take a Mexican, Hispanic, with my words, just take them as they are. I don't mean no offense to nobody, because that's just how I am. But when you start going to these cities and stuff, you see the Mexican have the Mexican town.
Correct.
China come over, they got Chinatown.
Yes.
Cubans come over here, they got a little Havana.
That's right.
You got different cultures of people come here and start exactly
Chinatown.
to do what they do, while us niggas, we still running around here scrapping for bullcorn, right? Ain't no black town nowhere, right? So our mentality is not even up to par, no matter how we think they are, and he don't know what he talking about, he just that. Well, where is it?
Where is it?
We are the only race of people here in the states of white America that cannot feed ourselves. We don't have no grocery stores.
You're speaking facts.
We don't have no banks. And when I'm saying this, I'm not talking about not one, because you might got one somewhere. But like where I'm from, we are dominantly a BGC company, which is Brooks Grocery Company, which control, and they're a very powerful group of people, because over the last 40 years, they have ran Kroger's out of Tyler. They have ran Skaggs Alpha Beta out of Tyler. They have we never had HEB, but we had Food Lounge.
I remember that.
Piggly Wiggly.
I definitely
all those grocery stores was monopolized and kicked out by Brooks. So, but the Hispanics, they come in, they open meat markets. They open their grocery stores. The Chinese come in here, and they come in here while we standing on the corners all day doing nothing. We get these stores, they got these barrels out there burning trash all day, while the little Mexican boys over there across the street changing tires.
I love it.
But we going in the store all day long buying 40s.
Come on, somebody
we
talk about it.
We done stayed on this street corner for 10 freaking hours all day long. While them little boys been over there working, and they got a whole tie shop. So our mindsets are not on elevating, it's just on existing. And the one mindset that is on elevating, they want to continue to run off and leave those others. And that's a part of integration that bothers me.
Correct.
Because when we was segregated, we was a strong-minded, strong-hearted people that took care of our own. A lot of people don't know that before integration, the two most powerful institutions as far as education was here in Texas.
I believe that.
One of them was Texas Southern University, which was the #1 pharmacy school in the country, and the #1 law school in the country, with the Thurgood Marshall School of Law.
Okay.
Prairie View A&M University, which may be about 40 miles north of there,
Right.
was the #1 engineering school in the country.
Really?
And the #1 nursing school in the
I
country.
didn't know that. Okay.
And when they got to pulling and integrating, they went to pulling all the smart blacks out and putting them in the Michigans and the Ohio States and the Princeton, all. And then we got beside ourselves and we started to leave even family members behind that wasn't moving fast enough to keep along with us. And now the ghettos is just what they are, filth.
I was talking to my mom about it probably, I think at the end of the year last year. We were just having a conversation, and I think it was after I met you, and I was just listening to your story and just listening to the expertise that you do have in reference to the laws and the history of that. And I didn't know that, I honestly did not know that segregation was a choice. I didn't know everybody didn't want to go. But that's what my mom had to explain to me, because I asked her. I was like, well, Mom, what was going on at that time? Did y'all want to be segregated? Were y'all forced? And she said, no, they didn't want to be. They were fine, like you said, at the all-black schools, everybody united, take care of one another. But then when they became segregated, then that's when the racism starts. You know what I'm saying? The ridicule, the lack of self-esteem, because they turn them down because they really don't want you in there, so they're being mean to you. So that really takes a whole nother turn mentally, right? That turns into a whole nother other level of different things that we are internally dealing with, but nobody's addressing. That could be the very root right there. When they got over there into those segregated schools and were, you probably had some white people that were good to black people, but then how much is that? 2%, maybe 1%? Because other than that, they didn't want us over there either, So to know that we were forced, or our forefathers, grandmother, grandparents were forced to segregate, I don't think I would have, maybe probably, if I was as radical, or not, I shouldn't say radical, because I don't want to use that word. I think if I was just as opinionated as I am and as firm with my boundaries, back then I probably would have been gone. If I still had the same continence, you know what I'm saying? Where it's hard for me to take no sometimes.
Okay.
Especially if when you're not being done right.
And that's okay. You have a right to be, to stand up for yourself. We have a lot of black knowledge, a lot of black history that in the time that we live in today will never be uncaught. They had leaders back then that wanted to paint things a certain way.
Right.
99% of white people are racist. Right?
Rumor has it.
That ain't no rumor, it's true. We as people, as black people, get racism confused with bigotry.
Break that down.
A racist white person loves you.
Okay.
They're gonna give you their heart, they're gonna love you.
Yeah.
They just don't want you to have more than them.
Absolutely.
Right? They don't care about you having nice cars, they don't have nothing to care about you having nothing.
Get in the room.
But you just don't have more than them. Now, on the other hand, bigotry is a person that hates you because of your skin color. Right? So we mix it up. Oh, you racist? Well, y'all got something. You know what I'm saying?
Let's be honest.
So my thing is this right here. When white America began to adopt the Martin Luther King way, which is through the Christianity, then they kicked the black people religion out the way,
right?
Which I think was Judaism.
Interesting.
Why do you say that, black man?
Yes, why do you say that?
Because Jesus was a Jew.
Come on, talk about it.
And we're a follower of Jesus, right? So how could Jesus turn from being a Jew in the tribe of Judah to walking in white Christianity? It doesn't make any sense to me, right? So therefore, you have to break this stuff down.
That's right.
no matter how you want to look at it, white people, red people, orange people, yellow people, black people, Jesus was a nigga. He was a black man.
Period, point blank.
That lived on this earth for 33 years.
I love it.
And it wasn't until the fact that he was 30 that he performed his first miracle. And Catholicism, which is the Catholics, designed this way for white America.
Yes.
Even though they know the truth.
Mm-hmm.
The Pope prays to black Jesus and black Mary every day.
And you will never see it.
And what made the Catholics so powerful through Catholicism is that every day, 7 days a week, all over the world, they read the same verse and sing the same song in unity from a book called the Missal. Right? That's how they become unified to whitewash or to brainwash what they allowed to take place in this world. Right? Because this is all over the globe.
Absolutely.
And when it comes down to white people that's in the States of America, they always say America. Well, the whole world is America. You got Central America, you got South America, you got North America, it's America, right? But we're just here in the States of America, where racism was at its fullness, right? And no, nobody wanted to go in and eat shit sandwiches and drink piss. And our forefathers and mothers had to do this here. When they would go in there to make those white people serve them at these bars and stuff, who to say what came out from behind that counter to them people, right? And they was forcing us to do this here, for this here. So the white man knew that, and the bigotry, knew that those people are special people and people of power. They got all the knowledge. So okay, this integration thing might not be so bad. So we'll bring them over here to us. They don't have no money, but they got all the ideas that we can use to make a better white America, right? And that's where we lose out at. And the farther we progress in time, the weaker our mind gets as people, and our history get lost, and we become fools to the way of where we're going.
And the more that we are not present in knowing our state representatives, knowing how to go and fight for the laws that they are secretly, or you know what I'm saying, maybe not giving so much awareness to, that we don't really be knowing what's going on the backside. Just the mere fact that still you being that point of contact that can give more of that information and encourage us to be more united and want to know, you know, that right there is inspiring to me, especially coming from a middle-aged African-American man. What inspired you?
I'm a black American.
You're a black American.
I've never been to Africa, don't know nothing about nobody in Africa.
Gotcha.
I'm a black man here in the States of white America. African American, you know, that is a term of being politically correct.
True.
African American is somebody like Akeem Olajuwon.
Because it was named after somebody.
No, Akeem Olajuwon was an African that migrated to America and became American.
No, I'm saying as far as the actual naming of Africa is a person. Is that why you're saying that?
No, it's because it has nothing. I never been to Africa.
Gotcha.
I have no African ties.
Gotcha.
Right? So how can you say I'm an African American? You don't call yourself a European American.
You're right. Rumor has it. Hey, we debunking it all.
Mexican don't call themselves Mexican.
But we learning something, and that is something that we do have to learn, to change the way we think, the way we talk. Because if not, we still repeat the same thing over and over and over again. I was kind of having some similar conversation with my daughter last night. Excuse me. And my spouse in reference to the distortion, again, the distortion of the word and the religious practice, the brainwashing.
That's cool.
The loss in the sauce, you know, not getting all the information which was intentional, as you just said, through the
Catholicism.
Yeah, it was intentional. We had all of the skills. They already knew what we were capable of doing before we were in captivity. So why not go get these people? But back to the black man.
The black man.
So I digress on that.
Is the strongest individual that was ever created on the planet Earth.
I like that opinion.
Muscle wise,
Okay.
but not mentally.
Mm.
Mentally, the strongest woman that was made was a black woman.
Okay.
The black woman is the mother of the earth.
Gotcha.
And white society taught us how to mistreat her.
Absolutely.
To belittle her, to strip her away from her being, to strip her away from her power. Jesus Christ was the strongest black man that ever walked this earth.
You're absolutely right.
But in my mind, the strongest black woman that ever walked the earth was Harriet Tubman. Harriet Tubman did so much more than was ever taught. People don't know that Harriet Tubman was in the military and led the soldiers and won, right? But not only that, she freed a lot of black men that didn't want to be free. But she had to even pull her pistol on.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of her husband divorcing her.
Wow.
So you can imagine how her heart was tore out of her chest, and she was still caring about her people.
You know what I've noticed though is out of heartbreak, out of personal calamity, out of personal life challenges, God does amazing things with people out of pain. Every entrepreneur that I come into contact with, I ask them, what led you down that path? And it was a heartbreak. It was a loss of life. It was a loss of a family member. Something hurtful brings out something beautiful.
Well, you have to look at Meshach, Reshach, and Abednego.
Okay.
You have to look at Joseph.
Absolutely.
What about Daniel and the lions?
Yes.
So, and that's another misperception that we think about God, that we have to be pretty, nice clothes,
or smart, know the whole Bible.
But God never used too many people that was good to do nothing.
Right.
God used people that was ratchet, tore up from what they say the flow of, robbers, thieves, crooks. Those are the people that God used, and He started not only with the man that He created, which was Adam, denying him and lying, but He also used Moses to lead the children of Israel to the promised land as a murderer of the Egyptian. And Moses couldn't even talk, right? Saul of Tarsus was in prison when he wrote 13 books of the New Testament and possibly more.
Yes.
Peter was in prison. That Bible was written by convicts.
Absolutely.
But that preacher is not going to tell you that.
Never. At least not gonna paint that picture.
And when we come up in there, then this is a rumor that the white man wrote that Bible. That's a lie from a piece of hell.
We're gonna talk about it.
Because if a white man wrote that Bible, it wouldn't be in there that Jesus was a nigga. Right? You might lose some gifts right here. But it's in there in Revelations where it says that he had skin burnt like in a fiery furnace.
Absolutely.
It said it had eyes of flaming fire.
That's right.
Hair white as wool. This doesn't describe a white guy, a Caucasian guy, a European. This only describes what? Okay, now, if he, also we can go over in Ephesians where it says that God will take the foolish things of the world to put to shame the wise.
Come on.
Well, the white man think he the wisest man that ever lived. That wouldn't have been in there. But when they find out that they cannot do away with the word of God, they begin to insert pictures.
Yes.
Because you couldn't read, but you could see.
Come on.
Right? So when you would see these white pictures in there, then all the time they shaping your mind to this whiteness. They're whitewashing. Not brain. They whitewashing these people.
And not to mention
right?
the fear that's inflicted on the men and the women and the kids. What if they whipping them or stripping them down in front of one another, making them a mockery of what that? Then that puts fear in the next people that's standing behind them.
And that's how they took our dominion from us. They whipped it up out of us. And
You're right.
you have black people today is scared to stand up and speak for themselves for fear of retaliation.
You're right.
Retaliation from what? When are you going to grow up to take control of a situation that you can? We don't know that we can. Right?
That's powerful.
But we take control of foolishness.
Absolutely.
Right? We take control of somebody else's business.
You're right.
But we don't take control of the things that we need to take control of. And I'm not bashing preachers now. I have, but I'm not grown that now.
Absolutely.
Our leaders and our shepherds are not teaching us. They don't teach us that we have to suffer. No, they're not being whitewashed. They want monies, right? And I guess you say they've been whitewashed for money, because they don't teach the truth. Back here sometime last year, they had dock workers that went on strike.
Yes.
And they didn't go on strike long, but when they went on strike, them people went in them Costco's and them Sam's and Walmart and bought all their toilet paper, all their Roman noodles, fruit, all their water. And I'm like, where's your faith? You go to church every Sunday and your preacher ain't told you nothing about standing on faith.
Where is
God gonna take care of tomorrow. 2 days later, the strike over, these people got all this stuff that they on marketplace trying to get rid of it. You know what I'm talking about?
They bought everything else from everybody
because
else.
they teach prosperity and not pain and suffering. Jesus Christ suffered.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, he was the most wealthiest guy that was on planet Earth. He could summon anything. Wow. And he sent a man to steal a mule.
When you put it like that.
He didn't even have a horse. He didn't have nothing. He said, you go over there, you go find that mule, you tired. He said, you go get it, bring it back to me. And if anybody asks you where you going with me, you tell them you bring it to me. Wow. Right? So we so caught up and to think that we're arrived that we want the best of everything because that's satisfy the pleasure of being what they call a Negro, but I call it being a nigger, right? We have to have the designer clothes. Yeah. We have to have the best of this world. Yeah. You know, I always talk to you all the time about the drop top business. What I need a business for?
I'm trying to tell you, no, just need no business.
Yeah, you do, but I'm gonna give you one. But anyway, that's in order to establish some kind of clout in society, right? To make the person feel good about themselves, because their business ain't gonna do nothing but work me to death for somebody get close to it, hit my car, and it's gonna take me the same place to kill.
Can you get away from a car? You gonna be parking way down at the end of the parking lot because you don't want nobody to beat you up.
So you know, a little girl asked me one day. She said, "Mr. Major." I said, "Yeah." She said, I said, "What's funny?" She said, "You got that Uspers on." I said, "Uspers? What is that?" I said, "What was that?" She said, "You got that fake polo." I said, "Fake polo?" I said, "This been around since the 1800s." Okay. She said, "That's fake." I said, No. I said, "What you got is fake." I said, "Which one is original? The one that comes first or the one that comes second?" I said, "The polo that you wear is a model.
Talk about
the real polo is a sport."
Talk about it.
So our minds have been conditioned to think that if we don't have the top of the line, then we can't fit in.
Yes. It's ironic you even saying that, not to cut you off, but I'm telling you, my kids, like, they wouldn't even wear the stuff because I bought it. I'm not knowing no different, but they said they was going to get talked about if they wore it to school.
And that's the same. And they do, right? And they begin to get bullied and stuff like that, right? So our whole concept of our minds have been destroyed. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure you have people or some of your audience out there and your guests, they probably don't agree, but hey, I don't care.
It's rumor has it with Shy Shaw. We checking in with Mr. Daryl Davis. He is here, and it's a conversation that has been needed to have been had. It's a point of view that you need to hear. Not everybody believes and thinks the same, and it doesn't mean that it's wrong either. But that's why we're here with rumor has, because we're either gonna debunk it, we're gonna tell the truth over here on this side. You know, we're not doing a whole bunch of sugarcoat no more, because for what? We have been sugarcoating and been sugarcoating for too long. Like, it's time up. It really, really is. It's time to be honest about who you are, where you've been, and where you come from. Like, share the live, go follow Daryl Davis and Unlock Potential, that is his nonprofit. And please, again, like and share 25A resources so that you can stay tuned for the next guest. If you just joined, once again, it is Rumor Has It with Shy Shaw, and we are here with Mr. Daryl Davis, and he is talking about the black man and religion, and just debunking some rumors there in reference to his own personal point of view. And I think, again, that we all might be enlightened if you just have an open mind. It doesn't mean that what he's saying is wrong, but it is about just having an open mind, because there's so much that has come out since COVID. Like, when we were all shut down, it seemed like that's when all of the information was coming out, and that was done by design. So if in these last 4 years you guys have not done anything with the information that you have come to understand, you still behind the gun. All of that we learned during that shutdown time, we're supposed to be applying that right now. That's my opinion. Because it was a lot that came out at that time, and to really debunk a lot of rumors, whether if it been about our spirituality, if it been about not recognizing ourselves as African Americans and just identifying ourselves as black people. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of that came out during that time. We've had time to absorb and learn. We should be applying. We should, like you said, we shouldn't be still segregated. We shouldn't still be arguing with one another about that around the corner that really don't have nothing to do with us. I'm not even gonna say that, because I'm not gonna say that, but it's okay, because again, we got our own battles to fight. So I'm not interested in going to go fight nobody else's battle until I can fix what I got going on. Because what good is it gonna do?
Well,
honestly,
no race or people have built more cities, more towns, and more communities than the black man. And he never was employed and had a job. You understand?
That's word.
White people had land in the middle of nowhere.
It wasn't theirs.
No matter who it would have.
They took it.
And they took a young black kid that might have stole a wash tube, or a string of barbed wire, or something. And they took him to this land, and they put him on this land in a cage. Then they come from all parts of whatever state they in to this land. Now you got 50 men. You got to have somebody to watch them.
Okay.
So now jobs being created. Now they're gonna put a gas station in this little town.
Gotcha.
Now we're gonna put some more of them down there, and we're gonna have to open up us a store.
You on the
We're gonna put some more down there, and before you know it, you got a whole freaking community that these young black kids have built from a criminal justice system. They didn't even know what was even going on. Now you got Walmarts in these towns. Now you got this and you got that, and it comes from the backs of young black men that they put in this system, and they took all this land and they built what they call prisons. And from them prisons, they created jobs for people. They created stores. They created gas stations. They created everything while we still stuck on Fool's Hill. And the reason I know, because I was stuck on Fool's Hill.
Tell us about that. Tell us about that experience. Is that why you're so passionate about the black man and wanting them to be more educated about who they are so that they can be empowered to not make bad choices or, make better choices, should I say? Is that where your passion comes from?
Well, no, I get my passion come from losing my mother when I was in prison.
Okay.
I didn't ever have to go to prison, I would think, because I came from a two-parent household.
Okay.
Well, I went to a Catholic high school, which was a private school in the 70s.
Okay.
My dad was the first black engineer, not the first, the second black engineer on the Cotton Belt Railroad and my mother worked in the school district and the medical field.
Awesome.
When I was coming up, we didn't have a neighborhood.
Okay.
We had a community.
That's a big difference.
It is.
It's a huge difference.
And our community, we knew each other.
Gotcha.
And I was fat and shy, and my clothes had names for them. And my mom would take us to TGNY or Gibson's or Kmart, and where your Husky section is. Everybody. So, it's a form of, I wasn't in tune with my emotions and my feelings, and I went into shell, and people used to melt.
Okay.
Me and my brother, we was spoiled. We had like 2 or 3 bicycles a piece, so it was always 6 bicycles.
Well, I mean, you have a nurse and an engineer in the house. Why
people come play out and play basketball.
Okay, so y'all popular in the community.
Oh, yeah, very much. My mother, she would cook for the whole community.
Really?
They'll gather in the house.
Okay.
And I just went into a shell and became stubborn and rebellious. And in my mind, society owed me something.
Okay.
And I didn't know how to get it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just went to stealing. Hubcaps and T-tops.
Really?
Right? And
you talking about the T-tops and them cars, them glass
oh,
things?
Yeah.
How do you get it there to get a T-top?
Well, they don't statute of limitation on that, because that was 40 years ago.
Don't you tell nobody.
But you can. But you can get them, and I made a decent living. I wasn't a drug addict. I was just stealing.
Yeah.
And
being mischievous.
my friends used to call me Robert Wagner, because Robert Wagner had played on the movie or something one time because It Takes a Thief.
I'm gonna say.
And my mother wouldn't go to the store with me.
She know you were gonna go in there and steal.
Yes, I had a problem.
Oh.
I was a kleptomaniac.
Okay.
I could have $60-$100 in my pocket and go in there and steal a candy bar. Right?
Well, at least you can be honest.
Yeah, because that's my pay.
Yeah.
You gotta be honest to move forward, right?
Absolutely.
So my rebellious nature could have cost me my life. And that's when over the years of me reflecting back and God showing me things, is that I realized that, man, you chose them.
Yeah.
You chose them. It's like that. Like these glasses right here. You got a million pair of glasses that's floating around in space. And God will just pick his man and just put them on. And you'll never see things the same. Right? So when you begin to see things differently,
that's real.
Then you begin to operate in a different way.
Absolutely.
But Satan is always present.
He's always gonna
right?
be present.
But who is Satan? I'm Satan. Right?
If you let
and it's not no special, magical individual or nothing. It's spiritual.
Yes.
We're in a spiritual warfare every freaking day. And it tells you over there in Ephesians 6, to strap up with your suit of armor on, for we do not wrestle against flesh and blood.
That's right.
And when we don't know this thing, how can we defeat what we don't know?
Because you don't have your armor on.
And it's all spiritual. So they got us in our mind that the demonic man or what gonna come and gonna tell you something you can't fix.
Rumor has it.
What you don't believe is you.
Absolutely.
Right? So I'm the devil.
Right?
I'm the one that's able to allow different spirits to lead me through different places.
If you be honest, absolutely.
So I have to find out why you doing that. You say you don't want to.
Who gonna check themselves?
Your flesh is the most powerful thing in life. And you have to kill it daily, right? In order to progress in life. And people, they find people that can't kill their flesh and they do this here. And they'll help them cover up certain things, right? Just to, move forward. But that's not how
we call it imposter syndrome in the business world.
Right, we're splitting up, especially in these days and times.
Yeah.
But my rebellious nature, stealing and going on. And Miami people, I didn't start none of this behavior until after I had graduated high school.
Okay.
Once I graduated high school, I felt that I was wrong, right? But But my daddy put me in a reality check real fast,
I'm
right? He
sure.
said that you think you grown, get up out of here. So they was one man up in there.
And what you do? Did you go get your own?
Man, I went to college about 3 times.
Oh, well, I'm gonna say, well, maybe, you know, us ladies,
I
we,
never made it up out of the first
us ladies, that they told us to get out, we were going to go get somewhere to go.
I ain't know nothing. I was stuck
Okay.
on Fool's Hill, right?
Okay.
I had a friend that we all went to school together.
Okay.
My dad was at the table one day eating,
Mm-hmm.
and he come in, hey, look how married, what's up?
Mm-hmm.
He said, man, we on our way. I said, on our way where? He said, we going to the Air Force. I just signed us up on the buddy system.
Really?
I said, you what? I said, I ain't going to the Air Force. My dad said, you going somewhere, you'll get out of here, right? But it ain't no Air Force. I'll be on TJC in the morning.
Wow. What was your first job?
Oh no, I had some good jobs. Man, I worked at Tyler Pike.
Okay.
I worked at, I was a telephone company operator for Southwestern Bay.
Really?
Switchboard.
Really?
I worked at UPS, but I wouldn't work.
Okay. You just
I had about 15, 20 years, you know, just.
It sounds like you might have been a little spoiled.
Very much. I still hate punching clocks.
Okay. Anybody step on that one?
So, you know, I don't want to be caught up in nobody's system, right? So,
whatsoever.
I just lost, you know, just doing stuff ain't no business.
So it
always had been a way to make money financial,
right.
Whether it was illegal or legally.
Okay.
I never sold drugs. I couldn't sell drugs. They say I look like the police. Right? You know, where you come from? And I'm like, well, you know, a lot of really messing with you like that now.
Okay.
Everywhere I go, it's just the aura.
Okay.
That reeks from
your
me.
Light. Your light shine.
That people are afraid of me. I'm dealing with a situation now where some girl says she's scared of me.
Really?
Well, the police scared of me. I told her, you scared of me, because if you weren't scared of me, you came and said something to me.
Wow.
Right? So it's the power that a person possesses that they don't even know they possess. Everywhere I go, people just watching and looking. And it used to do something to me.
Okay.
Until I find out, man, I guess you got something that they just interested in, and if they watching, you know, they gotta tell what you're doing, so you ain't doing nothing, they're gonna tell the truth, right? And it's not something that I asked for.
Correct.
Right? It was something that was given to me.